Good morning, children. Uh, First of all, we'll note down the syllabus for your periodic assessment 2, that is chapter 15, Working of the United Nations, page number 100. Chapter 16, The British Rule and the 1857 War of Independence. Next, chapter 17, Our Freedom Movement, page number 112. And chapter 18, Political Administration of India, page number 121. I repeat, syllabus for PT2, periodic test or periodic assessment, whatever. 15, chapter 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. Okay, so now let us start with chapter 15, page number 100. Working of the United Nations. In the previous chapter, we have already discussed that what do you mean by United Nation, when was it formed, the birth of United Nation, and what is its main objective. Plus, we also saw the aims, the main principles of United Nations. So today, let us see how does it work. How does it work mainly means that the functions of United Nations. Page number 100, as I read, please follow. In between, I'll be asking you to underline some of the important points. The United Nations is not a government but an international organization. At present, 193 countries are members of the United Nations. Underline that. At present, 193 countries. It also provides scientific and technical help in various fields such as agriculture, health, and education. There are six main organs of the United Nations. It works through this organ. The main organs of the United Nations are the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the Trustship Council, the International Court of Justice, and the Secretariat. All the 6 points are important. Okay, so basically, the first point that you need to take note out here is that there are 193 countries that is a member of UN. Next, it mainly works in fields. It has got various fields, but it may like such as agriculture, health, education, and all. And there are six main organs of the United Nations. All the different fields that it takes care, like agriculture, health, and education. For all these different fields are taken care by these different organs of the United Nations. In total, there are six main organs. So we will see all these six organs in brief. Just a small introduction. What do you mean by General Assembly? The member countries from the General Assembly, it is the main organ of the United Nations. It meets once a year and discuss various issues. The members give suggestion for solving the problems. It is like a world parliament. Each member country has one vote. There are 193 member countries as of now. Okay. See, assembly general means something unusual, something which happens generally. And assembly, like in the school also we have assembly early morning, where from the last 2 years we are not having because of COVID, but generally the early morning periods where all the students come together, they come in one open forum, they are all at one place. So assembly basically means that people coming together. So once in a year, UN has its General Assembly, and all the members of its General Assembly, I mean, all the members of UN, that is 193 countries, they take part in it. And the main agenda of this assembly is that so that to suggest if there is any problem existing in the world, so that they can solve that. And also, like it acts as a kind of a parliament. Like we have parliament out here in our, we have parliament in our country, where the different MPs from different state representing the various states, they go discuss, they take up the issue of the common man, of the common people, and they work out on it. Likewise, this General Assembly acts as a world parliament, and every country, that is 193 country, every country has got one vote. Next we have the Security Council. The Security Council is the most powerful organ. It looks after the peace and security in the world. Underline that. It looks after the peace and security in the world. It has only 15 members. Underline that as well. 5 of them are permanent members and 10 are elected by the General Assembly for a period of 2 years. Underline that, the next sentence also. The permanent members are the US, Russia, United Kingdom, France, and China. These permanent members have the power to veto or overrule any majority decision. So, this is something, please circle that word veto, because I have come across many of the questions from the higher classes students as well. They know this terminology, veto power, but they don't understand the meaning. See, knowing and understanding is a two different thing. We may know various things, but we may not understand. So, what do you mean by veto power? Veto power basically means to overrule the decision which is taken by the majority. It's a kind of a special power, because generally what happens is that the decision which is taken by the majority, we stick by that, we go by that. But veto power is something, even if a decision is taken by the majority, but that can be overruled by this particular permanent members of the UN, 5 permanent members of the UN. Okay, Security Council, as I asked you to underline the first point, that the main aim of this particular organ of the UN is that to look after the peace and security of the world. And in total, there are 15 members, but out of 15, 5 are permanent, 10 gets elected for a term of 2 years by the General Assembly. And this particular 5 permanent members, that's very important, okay, you need to memorize. US, Russia, United Kingdom, France, and China, they have got the veto power. Not all the other countries. Even though there are 193 countries, but only these 5 countries have got the veto power. That means to overrule the majority decision. Next, we have Economic and Social Council. Am I going too fast, or shall I keep it for tomorrow? We can do this, right? This topic particular, Economic and Social Council, which is also known as ECOSOC. SOC. Abbreviation is also important. At times you may be asked, what does ECOSOC stand for? It deals with the social and economic problems. Social, which means society in simple term, the problems that exist in the society. And economical problem, that is money, financial problem. So this particular organ, Economic and Social Council, they deal with the problems of the society and money matters. It has 54 members, underline that. It works for the welfare of children and women. The members are elected for a 3-year term, underline that as well. It helps those people, groups, or societies which are facing different problems. The ECOSOC sends food, clothing, and other essential commodities to the poor and those affected by natural calamities. Many times you may have read in the news article in the newspaper, or you might have come across in the TV channel, news channels and all, that UN is sending aid. Aid means help, okay, especially in terms of when there is a natural calamity, disaster and all, like earthquake, flood and all. So this is that particular organ which looks after all this kind of help to the affected areas. 54 members, 3-year term. And what does they do? They send food, clothing, and other essential commodities, especially to the poor and the affected areas of natural calamities. Mark up to that much. All right, we will keep here, because first of all you need to understand. Without understanding, if I just explain you, it's of no use. So see, I'm keeping it very limited for the day so that you understand it well. All right. And coming back to your assignment, answer the following question. Question number A1. And question number D, did you see write the location of the headquarter of the following agencies from the text? UNICEF, UNESCO, FAO, WHO, ECOSOC, all this. So only this much for the day, because we just completed 1, 2, 3 organs of the UN, right? We will do it gradually, no need to rush. Okay, we'll keep it up to this much for the day. God bless you all. See you in the next class.